All right, here it is. The finale of the trilogy of 3-minute reviews on the original Spider-Man movies. And I have a lot to say about this one that I'm going to have to condense into 3 minutes, but I'm going to do my best. First of all, clearly this is the worst one in the trilogy, but I didn't think it was bad. Like, I think it is better than a lot of the low tier MCU movies. Like, I went into it with really low expectations. I was like, this movie is gonna be dog shit, isn't it? But I was pleasantly surprised, and there's a lot that they do right, and a couple things that if they were different, the movie would be like perfect. But there's a couple things that get screwy that kind of ruin it. First of all, Venom, which I think is the main problem with it. I haven't looked into anyone else's opinions on it other than looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score and seeing and hearing about it. I haven't heard what people's problem is with it, like what the general consensus is, so I'm going with my personal opinions only without being influenced by anything. I think the main problem with it is Venom being shoved in, and I think that aspect should have been another movie in of itself. Like, they should have been a Spider-Man 4 focused entirely on Venom versus Spider-Man rather than Venom being in suddenly in the last. I mean, obviously it's built up through the movie, but Venom himself is only in the movie for like 15-ish minutes, and that really sucks because he's supposed to be kind of a big deal. And I think that's the main issue with it. I was pleasantly surprised with Harry's character, Hobgoblin, I believe is what the villain name is. Um, the only time I ever got emotional during this entire trilogy was when he died at the end of the movie. I actually lost it and cried during that part. That was the only time any of these movies actually made me cry. And I do cry during movies pretty often, so that's not saying much, but it also says that was the most emotional I got during the entire trilogy, was during that section. Um, what I don't like also is that he's just a complete dickwad. Obviously, there's a point to it because he has the symbiote suit and it's taking control of his personality. But, like, there needs to be other stuff going on, in my opinion, other than focusing on him being a dick for like 20 minutes straight or something like that. It was close to that. That was my main problems with it. I also really was surprised with Sandman. I really liked Sandman as well, and I thought he was just going to be blown off, and I thought he was actually dead like halfway through the movie when they kind of fake you out with it. I thought he was actually dead, and then he came back, and he was actually kind of cool. Not the coolest Spider-Man villain, obviously, in this trilogy, but still pretty cool. And he has a decent backstory, too. Um, but yeah, I was really surprised also with the fight, both fights between Harry and Peter, and I thought they were really well done, and I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Man, my time is up, damn it. I can't talk about anything else, but that's basically the gist of it. I'd give this movie around a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I really liked it and was really surprised. It's just a couple of problems that set it back, like major problems, but if they weren't there, the movie would be like really, really good. Like, honestly, better than the first two, in my opinion. But I can't elaborate on it further because I'm out of time. Peace out. We can argue about it in the comments if you'd like.